Just getting started, the shit is a tease. Perfecting my crap, man, this shit getting easy. I'm thinking about pouring the deuce in the leader. Busting, I'm sweating, I need me a freezer. I need me a shorty like Queen Latifah. Cause shorty gon' ride whenever I need her. I was just down bad, now I'm breaking the meter.
What's the word, YouTube's favorite face, DLace, and I'm back with another video. And right now, we about to do the top artists of 2022. To me, this is my opinion. Disclaimer, this is my opinion. This is not what you think. This is not what Complex thinks. This is not what Rap Radar, Rap Caviar, Spotify, this is not what all of them think. This is what DLace think, man. This is what DLace got in his head. Who was his top artist of 2022, man? We only gonna go with 10. All right, man. So if y'all new to the channel, make sure y'all, first of all, what we do over here is we leave we show support over here. Y'all new to this channel, we show major support. It only costs you $0.00. So why not? Why not hit the like button? Why not hit the subscribe button? Why not leave a comment to just say you was here? Say, hey, this is my first time on your channel. Hey, you feel me? Like, leave something. Leave something, man. That's what we do here. We support, man. So if you got a channel, leave the channel description. You know what I'm saying? I'll come and support your shit, whatever you want me to do. Feel me? But make sure y'all show some support over here, man. And yeah, man, follow me on my socials. My socials gonna be right here on the screen. I also got the same. My Instagram is the same as my Twitter, so make sure y'all can follow me on there as well. I'll be on all my apps, man. I'll be on all of going crazy. All I did, my Facebook is the same as my TikTok. So make sure y'all just go fuck with me, man. I got a Twitch too at DLace513. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment if I'm missing some artists that you feel like was one of the top artists this year. If I'm tweaking on some artists, if it's artists that you want me to react to, just leave it in the comment section and I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna like it and I'm gonna get right to it. And yeah, man. So we finna start with honorable mentions on this list. The honorable mentions, we gonna come in with 21 Savage and Lil Yachty. And Lil Yachty, when I say Lil Yachty, I really mean his production. You know, because he did a lot of stuff on Her Loss. He did a lot of stuff behind the scenes on a lot of other projects. And he dropped Poland on like an accidental viral hit. So I feel like just that alone allows Lil Yachty to, and the songs that he write to for certain artists. So I feel like that alone puts Lil Yachty on the honorable mention list. And 21 Savage. 21 Savage, I feel like he didn't drop a lot this year. He had us geared up to drop. I know I reacted to it last year, but I don't know if I was able to keep it on the channel because it might have just got blocked or something. But 21 had dropped like the little half and half, like like you drop a song, then the other half is another song. He dropped that last year, I believe, or at the beginning of this year. He acted like he's gonna drop something real crazy. Well, I guess he kind of did eventually, but we thought we was gonna get a 21 Savage album this year, but we did it, you know what I'm saying? We got him with Metro, we got him with Drake, we got Jimmy Cooks, you know what I'm saying? So those were all good showings, don't get me wrong, but that wasn't enough for him to earn the top 10 spot on this list. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions, 21 Savage and Lil Yachty. And then number 10 on this list was somebody who didn't really drop that much this year, but when he did drop he dropped a tape and then he dropped a crazy single that's taking over the world right now. At number 10, we got Lil Yachty. You feel me? We got the whole world. I just want to rock. He got the whole world just saying, I just want to rock. You feel me? Got the whole world doing a little hip shit, man. Like, he got the whole world in the chokehold, man. He got TikTok in the chokehold right now. And he just winning this year. Lil Yachty had a pretty quiet, but a good year at the same time. Just came out with something crazy. Now he got a hit to work from. So now, you know, we get another Uzi album. Maybe, who knows, maybe this is gonna spark a sound for Uzi next album. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're gonna get a lot of I just want to rock, like dancey type vibe, you know what I'm saying, on his album. So we gonna see, man. But I got him coming in at number 10. Number 9, I got two people sharing the spot. I got Lotto and Jack Harlow. I feel like these are both people who always, well, I know Lotto definitely cleans up at award show time, but I know Jack Harlow probably gonna be on that same shit now, and they definitely are for the Grammys this year. So I thought they had pretty good showings on their albums. I enjoyed Lotto's album this year. What's weird about Lotto's album is that a lot of those people some of the people that she got featured on that album, they don't even be for real. Like, they just be dissing her every time she get an award. Like, might be like, damn, ain't y'all on her album? Like, y'all should be kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird for me, but I don't know. But Lotto had a very good album. Lotto, I would say Lotto and Glorilla are like the two female rappers that I could really listen to like that. Also, that new girl, that freaky T off the leash. I mean, like a dog, I get hella fleet. But but now Lotto and Jack had a great album showing this year. They had great showings this year. They had big records. Lotto got records from last year that's still working. Like she's always gonna come in at one of the top artists. I feel like every year, as long as she's dropping, she's gonna come in at one of the top artists. Jack Harlow, people hate on his album, but it's Grammy nominated. He had songs Grammy nominated on there. I listen to it. You know, people hate on it. I'm not people, Jack. At number 8, we got Kendrick Lamar. I feel like I'm disrespecting Kendrick Lamar, man, because I feel like any other year Kendrick Lamar would be 1 or 2, especially when he drops, he's 1 or 2. But I just feel like he made a personal type album this year. And it's Grammy nominated, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's getting a lot of that because of who he is. And I feel like in a subject matter too. Like it's a good album, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like me personally just coming back to it, and I don't know, it's not an album I can really listen to that much just because of what they're like. The substance of it kind of makes it hard to listen to like that because it's certain stuff, you don't want to listen to all the time. You don't always want to be in certain vibes, but I feel like it was good for him to get that off his chest. It was raw emotion. And I feel like this year, Kendrick took wins outside of himself too. Like he started different controversies and conversations based off that album. Some of the stuff he was talking about. I think the Heart Part 5 when he was on there. He had the music video. I feel like that raised a lot of that raised a lot of controversy, but that was also great artistry by him just to depict different people's point of views and rapping from different people's point of views, like Will Smith, Nipsey Hussle, OJ Simpson. So that was crazy. And then anytime Baby Keem drops, so he writes some of Baby Keem's music. So it's like Kendrick is winning, regardless if we see it or not. He's still one of the top artists every year. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he drops. And then, like I said, you got the Baby Keem factor into it too. So Kendrick's definitely number 8 on this list. Gunna is coming in at number 7, and I feel like Gunna never got convicted or never went to jail. My fault. He would be a lot higher on this list. He had one. I feel like before he went to jail, he had the best album that was out at the time. He had singles that was working. He had Banking on Me that was coming in crazy, and that wasn't even on the album. He just dropped it after the album. He had a lot of singles working. He had the Pushin' P. Everybody talking about they was Pushin' P. That song was Grammy nominated. He had P Power with Drake that was going crazy. He had Mop that was going crazy. He had a lot of songs going crazy in the moment. Jail kind of just hindered it a little bit, which is why he's coming in so low. 7 out of the whole world of artists isn't low, but on his list he's coming in low, but he would definitely be up. I would say a couple of spots higher, especially if he was just outside and working and being able to really move that album the whole year. And he probably would have dropped the deluxe or dropped something else, you know what I'm saying? So at number 6, we got Kodak Black, man. And I will say everybody is not everybody, but a lot of people like that Back for Everything album, and I will be the first to say I don't like it like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple songs like I Wish. I like Senseless. I don't think that's on them, but I like Senseless. I like I Wish, and of course Super Gremlin. But a lot of other shit, like, it's cool, but it ain't like people be talking like that's one of the best albums. Like KD, I heard KD say it. I know like Rory and Mal said that. I got a couple of homies that was like, "Oh, that's one of Yak best albums." I said, "What? Y'all disrespectful at this point." I ain't gonna lie, it was cool. Don't get me wrong, it was very cool. Like, and I don't know. And then I tried to listen to it the other day. Like, I've really been trying to get this album chance after chance after chance, and it ain't like that. But Kodak himself, he dropped a lot of crazy singles this year. He got that Live Young, Die Faster, whatever, Live Fast, Die Fast, whatever with Hot Boy. That shit was hard. That shit took over for a little second, especially in Florida. Super Gremlin was from last year, but that carried into 2022 heavy. Like, Kodak was How You Did That. He was on Gunna album. He had a lot of crazy moments this year. So Kodak is still one of the top artists this year, regardless of how good the album overall was to me. But yeah, I think some of y'all was overrating the album just a little bit. Just a little bit. Coming in at number 5, y'all, we got Lil Durk. I feel like Lil Durk, compared to 2021 and 2020, this was a slower year for Durk. But nonetheless, I mean, he's still a top 5 artist this year. His album did very well. I'm not sure how many copies it sold first week, but it wasn't like a small number. It was like 90K or something. So that was really good for Dirk. He had a big single off there. What Happened to Virgil? Petty Tools a single off there. He got Head Taps. I like Hearing Sirens. I like the song Moneybag. During the Murderers, During the Murderers, Burning the Murderers, whatever that song, or I don't know who that's with. Maybe that's with SG. I'm sorry. And he got a lot of good. I was saying he got a lot of good songs on that album. So the album kind of had him going up this year. That Keep Dissing Too with Boston Richie. That was a real good Dirk feature right there. He had the Babyface Ray feature on there. And then he had the OTF tape. The OTF tape, every song, especially as far as like rapping, every song that I heard him rapping on that, like he was going crazy. He was going crazy on every song he rapped on that album. Like he was really snapping on that for real, man. So yeah, just mixed in with his album, the features and everything that he did. I definitely, and Babyface Ray album, this off topic. I should have said Babyface Ray album was an honorable mention one in the album videos. Babyface Ray definitely, that MOB, that shit was definitely hard. Number 4, actually, I'm gonna switch this around. At number 4, this is crazy. This is how much I love, man. At number 4, I got Drake, bro. I got Drake. I had him at 3, but this other person, this is how much I love this other person. And I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm really big on this other person. I really feel like, okay, they probably had a bigger year than Drake. But Drake, man, obviously, Drake coming in number 4 this year. Damn, do I even want to say that? Yeah, Drake came in number 4 this year. Her loss, you feel me? It literally is her loss, you feel me? In general, you feel me? But Her Loss was a crazy album. It took over. I mean, it took over the internet with Rich Flex. It took over the internet with all the crazy tracks they had on there. He was snapping on there. It really was a Drake featuring 21 Savage album, for being honest. It was really Drake vibes on that, but that's why I think the album is loved so much, because it gave real good. It gave Drake vibes. Shit. Honestly, Nevermind for me was a crazy album. It was one of my top 3 albums of the year. If y'all haven't seen that video, make sure y'all go check that out. But honestly, Nevermind is a crazy album for me. Yeah, I just feel like Drake as a whole, as an artist, I feel like Drake really did his thing this year, man. Like he really did his thing. He came back. I feel like he still had singles from last year working. He had Way Too Sexy, and that stuff was working. Those type of songs was working at the beginning of the year. He found a way to stay relevant again, man. Drake always out here. He always out here with a track that's gonna make him just. He's gonna stay on. He's gonna stay on your radio. He's gonna stay in your headphones. Drake is one of the ones, man. But then he was on one of the biggest records all year for Wait For You. I was trying to think of what features he was on, but he was on Wait For You. That's one of the biggest songs of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was on I'm On One on the album too. But Wait For You was probably one of the biggest songs of the year, if not the biggest. So you got to give him that. 3. I had to switch these 2 at the last second, because I'm like, okay, I got to admit, Glorilla coming in at 3, man. She had a better year than Drake, and that's crazy. That's crazy. She popped out with 2 worldwide mega hits, Tomorrow and FNF. You feel me? That alone puts Glorilla, you know what I'm saying? She dropped the tape. The tape was good. She had a feature with Deuce. She probably had some more features and stuff. I ain't gonna lie. But just her, just coming up, how she did out of nowhere, authentically, the type of person who she is. And I don't know her or nothing like that, obviously, but just seeing what type of person she is just on the internet, and seeing how authentic she is, and just how she really just came from nothing, and how she just really was working, and it finally paid off for her. I mean, all of that is giving her number 3, man. Glorilla is one of my favorite artists. I be cheering for Glorilla like that's really my homie in real life. So shit, man, Glorilla number 3 on this list. I wish I could put it higher, but I just can't because of these next 2 people. But shout out Glorilla, man. I really fuck with Glorilla as artist and as a person, for sure, man. But yeah, she can't, even them 2 songs alone, she's this high on the list. I'm sorry. Number 2, we gonna go with NBA YoungBoy. My boy dropped 9 projects this year. 9 projects. That's crazy. A lot of niggas don't have 9 projects in their catalog. He dropped 9 projects, man. And for the most part, they was all pretty good. One none that was really bad. I feel like the one I don't like the most is probably 3800 Degrees. Even though they had a couple of songs on there, that's probably the one I least like. But he had Colors. He had My Got a Family. Realer 2 is slept on. Slime Mito or Slime Lito, whatever it is. That's a pretty good album. It's just a lot of songs, but once you really start listening to it, like that album's pretty good, bro. He had the Lost Files he dropped. I probably forgot. He had the one with the baby that was pretty good. Like he dropped a lot of tapes this year, bro. So and it's not even just the fact that he dropped them tapes, it's the fact that I feel like y'all just don't be listening to this nigga because how they be doing them, bro. But the bro really had dropped some hits this year, bro. Like Colors is one of the best albums, second best album that dropped this year. I don't care what nobody say. Second best album that dropped this year, and that shit dropped in like beginning of January, just like how he finna drop. Ma Got a Family. He surprises with the DJ drama thing, and then that shit was hard. Like YB is coming different. YB is coming real different. He got his record deal this year. He's one of the top artists this year, man. Like if you listen to YB, you know why he's one of the top artists. You know why he's not one on this list is because that nigga Pluto, Future, is number one. You feel me? Like Pluto's the only one who was able to stop his run and shit. He dropped an amazing album with I Never Liked You. He had amazing runs with features like Bullseye 2. He had another one on there with Boston Richie. He had Petty 2. He just got on Mad Max with Dirk. I know I'm missing some. He got Pushin' P. He got Mop. He was on Baby album. He was on Herb album with Blues. Man, he was on a lot of records this year, bro. Like to the point where I can't even really keep up with the songs that he was really on this year. I know I'm missing some bangers that he was on, but Future really carried this year, like for real. Everything he was on, everything he touched, he snapped on, man. So gotta give Future the top artist of the year. He had the best album of the year, so he has to be the top artist of the year. And I do believe that he's gonna run away with that Grammy for the album. So y'all let me know in the comment section if it's some artists that I missed or some artists that y'all agree or disagree with on this list. This is just my list. This is my top 10. I don't believe I'm forgetting anybody as far as like artists overall, like having a really good year. I think Babyface Ray and Rod Wave, I feel like they have arguments of being on here. And then I know some people gonna say like with the albums or the artists, they're gonna say stuff like SZA and a lot of different people, but I personally haven't listened to the SZA album for real, so I can't even give a reaction or anything like that to that. I can't really say, but even if it is, I feel like it came out too late for me to even say that, unless I was to listen to it and I get them vibes like I got from Future or like people who I knew their album was crazy when I first listened to it was Future, Colors from YB, Drake, Her Loss, him and 21 Savage was like, okay, this shit is hard, and Gunna. But like everybody else, it took me. Oh, and Saba. It took me a little time to really, you feel me, to really get to it and be like, yeah, your shit, you feel me? So, yeah, man. So some of them artists is just they just dropped real recent. I probably haven't listened to it like that enough to give it a real rate or ranking. So yeah, man, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Like I said, man, make sure y'all hit that like button and leave a comment. And if y'all new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We will be doing a giveaway at 10K. So if you want to be a part of that giveaway, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and make sure y'all comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram. My socials right there. But follow me on Instagram. I am DLace. TikTok DLaceMadeIt. We out.
I'm a fault with.
Just getting started, the shit is a tease. Affecting my crap, man, this shit getting easy. I'm thinking about pouring the deuce in the leader. Busting, sweating, I need me a freezer. I need me a shorty like Queen Latifah. Cause shorty gon' ride whenever I need her. I was just down bad, now I'm breaking the meter.